So I just made it down here to the management area, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna scout this afternoon. I've got about 4 hours until dark, 3 or 4 hours, and I'm just driving around right now, checking out the wind, what it's doing. It's supposed to be coming out of the northwest, and I heard this bird cutting up. You can hear it in the background over here. Usually when I'm coming into an area and I hear those birds cutting up like that, usually there's a deer over there, and it's alarming other things like the deer to my presence. Same thing happens if you're in the woods and you've been sitting still and a deer comes walking through. It's going to alert you to those deer. And he was just right over here, that bird. So I'm going to keep driving around, pay attention to stuff like that right there, and maybe we'll see something this afternoon. So this is what we would call a thermal hub. You got multiple different points dropping down into one little low spot, and the sun is just eat up in here. We got some pines over here across the creek, and they could be bedding up there. If they are, then I should be finding more sign on the other side as far as rubs, early season rubs. Real thick pines with a couple of hardwood draws that go up into it. Something to mark on your waypoints, whether or not it's early season or if it's late season rubs. I always mark it with an ES for early season. Scrape. Legit scrape. Not a big scrape, but a scrape. Fresh. So, my guess is they're up there. That's where the deer ran back to. That's where the rest of them are. They're dropping down, coming into here, feeding along down to the creek. So if I'm hunting in hill country, I'm scouting my way through early season, and I find some fresh rubs, whip rubs, whatever you call them, down along the creek. They really don't mean as much to me. It's a good sign, but the higher in elevation you can go and find that cluster, that's what I really like to see. So I'm gonna loop back around to the higher elevation and see if we can't start running into some more of them. Definitely a buck. Definitely a buck. And that's what you call a good bed right there. So earlier when I was scouting, it was down in this bottom. I scouted up one holler, jumped over a ridge, and come back around. That thermal hub is way down there in the bottom. The sign was telling me that it was coming off of this hill. Alright, I'm set up in the highway to the danger zone. I've got wind blowing back up the hill, which is counterintuitive considering beast style hunting. But that's the way I entered. I jumped a deer on this hillside. It's
protected, very steep, and all the travel is funneled through here in about a 50-yard stretch. I've got several different whip rubs where they've been shedding their velvet. I've also got a bed over here right behind me, and I jumped the deer about 50 yards further off the point. It's real steep right here below me. I've got good cover to my to the top side, and once the thermals start dropping, my scent should go over this trail. I'm about even with it. My shot, if a deer is coming from out in front of me, which is possible, I'll be able to shoot to the area I stopped scouting today, so it shouldn't get my scent. My scent should funnel right down this hill before it ever makes it to me. Oaks all around me dropping. As you just heard. There's my shot. Travel is down through here. I've got one whip rub right here, and a little cedar, and two more right over here. That's a big cut over out there. They could drop down on that side over there and travel down the hub and scrape, and rubs up down in the bottom or over there. They could also drop down from this point, and I may never see them, but I still think this is a good spot either way.
Meh.
Well, that was pretty exciting. I had all day to shoot that 5-point. That doe just had me pegged. She was skittish. I shouldn't have bleeded at her, but she was moving pretty quick. Too quick for me to get it through that little opening that I had.
Bigger they are, harder they fall.